Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome to another round for DTR, that's Delta T Racing for you new guys. This is Division 3, Round 7 in Brazil. We've missed a little bit at the beginning. We currently have Big Bad Barry Chuckle Bogarovsky in first place with a 1.08.8. Brandon just beating that as we speak with an 8.5. Joey Hayward behind Barry with an 8.9. Reeps with a 9.2. Zetavol, a Division 4 reserve in tonight for a 12.3, and Wazza with a very crazy 26.1. Whilst talking there, Relia and Nelboy there beating Brandon with a 8.1 on pole currently, and Nelboy on an 8.5. Right, let's get some thingies up. What we on? We can have it on that. That's fine. Very liquid. Right. Apologies to Hackett, who hit the pit wall as he was inviting me in. Let's get rid of that me and you. Nelboy's going for a spin. Luckily, he's already set a lap. Who is on a lap? Jago from D4. Is he on a lap? It looks like he is. Is he about to finish it with a 109 dead? And Hackett, who is on a lap as well, yes, just coming through sector 2. We'll stay on with him and see how he does. Okay, end of sector 2 there. Just into sector 3, nice long straight, couple of well, they're not corners, are they? They're just bends in the road. You know. There we go. DRS on, straight down the line, keeping it tight to the pit wall, and a 9.2 for Hackett there. Mid-table currently in 10th position. We do have your Zesty out on a lap as well. Just coming through the middle of sector 2. Let's see how Zesty, your Zesty, really is. Here he comes then, down that long straight. Doesn't quite keep it as tight to the pit wall as the others. It must have upset his first sector, because his second and third didn't look too bad. But a 147.6 isn't something that we're going to be looking into. Prize is out. Oh, qualifying ban. Apologies. Yes, Prize is on a quali ban. Everybody is in the pits apart from Joe Hayward, who is currently coming up to the end of sector 1. He is just half a tenth up on his current time. Let's see how he does through sector 2 and 3. Can he beat his current 8.9? I'll tell you what, while we're watching a few, let's see if I can get some standings. Unfortunately, I'm not as technically minded as our good old Nelboy who does D4, but I can read them out for you. If I can find it in the Discord standings, there we go. Oh, Joe Hayward has spun. Okay, so last week's in Division 3 currently. There we go. Whom is next? His teammate is right behind him. But that, I think, was an outlap, because he's had a 1 minute 8.5. Oh, so he did improve, I think. I don't know what's going on there. People are out on track. We've got Pac-Man, also a D4, who is reserving tonight. Cassell has just crossed the line, but it was invalidated. Let's stick on with Pac-Man while I read out some standings. We've got Brandon leading the way in Division 3 with a total of 85 points, consisting of 2 first place, 1 second place, a 4th, an 8th, and an unfortunate DNF last week in Silverstone. We have our Nelboy in P2, 23 points behind though, so Brandon is well ahead. Cruder is in third with 61. Also in with 61 is Relia in fourth place, so very close for that second position. Bogorovsky in fifth, Hans in sixth, Mikey in seventh, Jordan in eighth, Guna in ninth. Hackett rounds off the top 10. That is your standings. He's leading the way in the constructors with Haas in second, McLaren in third. Pac-Man did finish his lap with 109.6. We have a Ferrari about to finish. That was Connor who did a 109.2. AlphaTauri coming over the line. I must be Kieran, who is another Division 4 reserve. A few of them tonight. Good to see. Good to see people reserving up, testing themselves. Relia still leading the way with an 8.1 with his teammate in second place with an 8.2. Very good for the Alfa Romeos. We have two cars crossing the line. Let's see if we can catch them. That was the Red Bull, I think, setting the time. That must have been Wazza, because that's the only Red Bull on track. We have an Aston Martin. Is it Hackett? It is not Hackett. It is Zetavol. I'm getting lost. So it looks like yours, Esty, is about to start a lap. Shouldn't be too difficult to beat his 147 that he's currently got. Let's stick on with him and see what he can do. Keep a small eye on the table. There's Hackett improving his time there as well. The Alpine is going into the pits. Well done, boys. Pulling to the side. We have McLaren coming round. That is Jago. Let's see how Jago Bomb does. Title challenger in D4. Little to no improvement there. There's a Haas coming round. Nellboy taking provisional pole with a 7.9. We broke the 8s. Bog jumping into the pits there. Let's get back on with Zesty as he comes through sector 2. He is up by a good 26 seconds. That's yeah, still not amazing. But we'll see how he gets on in the third sector. DRS not put on because he's going to jump in the pits. Must have messed up. So well done to Nellboy, currently leading the pace, not the race. We're not in the race yet, but leading the pace on a 7.94 lap. We have Guna coming around. That's just gone from out lap to a lap. Pretty sure that's means he's about to start a lap. Looks like it. Can Guna take provisional pole? His teammate's coming around. Is he on a lap? No. Jacob up to 6th. It's good from the division below. Title challenger in Division 4, Jago. Much to my dislike. Not dislike of him. Quite like him. It's just, it was my title. It was mine. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm definitely going to bottle that title, I think. Me and Brazil have history, unfortunately. And it's not a good one. Here we go then. Guna coming down the straight. He's going to jump in the pits, isn't it? Oh, no, that was very close. Keeps it very tight to that wall as well. Can he take it? No. Small improvement, but still P3. That is another Haas. Looks like he's jumping in. Barry Bogorovsky. No. 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 Nothing. Not Tom. Means it's Cassell. No improvement. Alfa Romeo coming through. That must be Reliot. No, still no improvement there. Little Mikey improves up to P7. Both Mercedes jumps in the pits, and I don't think anybody else is actually on their fast lap. Good evening, Jago. How are you doing, buddy? I've just been talking about you. So, validation. That's going into the pits, it is. Nelboy is on and out lap. Bogorovsky is going to come and complete his lap. He is up by just over a tenth there. Just under a tenth finishing the lap. He must have had a slightly slower sector 3. He's on an 8.7. It's not Tom, so that must be Cassell. No improvement there, it seems. Nell's just about to start. Let's see if Nell can retain that provisional pole. Do it, pull to the side, drivers, good lad, late there, should be fine. Oh, bit of a wobble, and that's it, lap is over. Is that rain? I see, a little bit of rain right at the end of qualifying. Let's see what we got. We've got a Ferrari coming round, I think. Is it coming round? It is. Where is it, Connor? Is that just starting? It is. He's got 81% of battery. So let's stick on with Connor. Can he improve on a 9.2? I think he should be able to. Race with Connor for a while. I'm sure I've seen him in them 8s before. Couple of people retiring from session now as it is getting close to the end, and that's an invalidation there for Connor, so he won't be able to improve there. Brandon is going back in the pits. Joe is coming round for sector 3. DRS is now disabled, so it is wet. It's a 90s band, wet. Jumping into the pits, so Joe has had enough. Connor's had enough. We have McLaren's out. Oh, and Jago bins it, so no improvement there either. Your Zesty has also done the same. Is Pac-Man on a lap, as he will be the final car. It's not going to take much for him to improve in terms of where on the grid. There's less than a tenth between himself and Zetavol ahead of him. Only 4 tenths between himself and Havoc Connor in 15th as well. So let's see how Pac-Man does. Although it looks like a slow time because we're already on 106. So that seems to be the end then. That's gonna be it. Wunderbar! What a qualifying. Very good qualifying. A little bit of rain to throw a spanner in the works at the end there, but most people got their decent laps in nice and early, with Nelboy pulling off an absolute stormer there with a 7.9. Just wait for everybody to go back into their pit boxes. And that is quali over. I will run through the starting grid, and as they do their formation lap, we'll just run through. Alrighty then, so we've got Nelboy in first place with a 7.9, Reliot taking second with an 8.1, and his teammate Guna also with an 8.1, so close between those two. Cassell in fourth in the Alpine, Joe Hayward and Brandon, both in the Mercedes, in fourth and fifth respectively. Lil Mikey in seventh, Tom Putty in eighth, Barry Chuckle Bogorovsky in ninth, and Jago Bomb D4 reserve making that top 10. Hackett in 11th, Wazza in 12th, Zesty in 13th, Reeps in 14th, Connor in 15th, Zetavol 16th, Pac-Man 17th, Kieran in 18th, and Prize with a Qualiban sitting in 19th with no time set. That was your qualifying. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if we can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Game's put me in a car. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'll have to retire at race start. Probably my fault. I probably didn't press something before joining. Ooh. Nothing much to watch during formation lap. It is raining. Inter's tyre. It'd be nice if it's changing conditions or if it's a full wet race. Okay, large gap there in the formation between the cars. There we go. That's it. Slow it right down. Get into positions. Not a fan of the large gaps because you know, the people at the front lose their tyre temperature, I think, and nice and fresh for the people at the back. But it is what it is. We don't want to be losing anybody nice and early, other than myself, obviously, because we are not racing. I still can't do it yet. 5 lights and we are off. Apologies to the random start in a car. Let's get back to spectator mode. There we are. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We've got no decent, there we go, decent cameras. Everybody seems to have got through mostly. Apart from must have just had an incident. Tom, Putty and Wazza dropping right down the grid there. Tom Putty 11 places dropped. Reliot getting off to a good start, overtaking Nellboy. Let me see, everybody will be on the intermediate tyres. Nellboy takes that position back, just as I mentioned. Kieran is out. Binned it on turn 4. Yeah, I mean that's the strategy. Inters to inters. Nothing else. Nothing else. We've got a virtual safety car this early on. It makes me catch up. Tom Putty has spun. It's not been a great start for him. Plenty of time to make it back up though, as we all know. Sometimes that is just racing. So, I mean, top four, essentially then, before the safety car came out. Retained positions. Brandon coming up 1, Mikey coming up 1, Jago up 3, big winner there, and then Joe Hayward dropping 3, Reaps making up 4, Zetafol making up 5. It goes from bad to worse for Tom. That's the drive-through penalty as well for speeding under the safety car. Prize making up 4 positions as well off the start. Just behind his teammate now, Connor. Nelboy's pulled out a whole second on second place, and Guna just overtakes Reliot there. There's a safe down there, boys. Jago gets past Brandon as well. That's it. Fighting to kick Jago out of D4. He shouldn't be overtaking him in 6th and D3. I'm not liking it. Let's go. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Super close there by the Mercedes. Closest on track at the minute is probably yours, Zesty, to Zetavol. Can he take him just before the corner? No. Kind of thinks about it and then pulls out. Ooh, very nearly touching there. There's a lot of these cameras on broadcast. I might as well be on driver cam. What's going on there? It's not great, is it? There we go then. We're off. We're off properly now. Into lap 3. Nelboy there with a 19 dead for the fastest lap currently. Just as I pull away as well, they're fighting. Fighting! Zetafol, yours Zesty, side by side. Yours Zesty seems to keep position then. Went for the send into turn 1. Clean though. That's all we're asking. Teammates trading positions there. Little Hamilton Bottas moment. Nice and clean. I'd have said Rosberg, but they'd have probably took each other out, so. Super clean in wet conditions there. What are these cameras? Awful, that's what they are. So Nelboy now currently around a second and a half now ahead of Guna. What kind of music do you think he's listening to? Do you reckon he's rocking out, or has he got the classical on? There we go. Smashed his last time, 18.3. Prize is now past Connor. And pulled away 7, 8 tenths. Connor's not damaged, is it? Can we have a good camera here, please? Okay. He's still got both his end plates, so I don't think so. Maybe Prize is set up for the straights. We don't know. Here we go then. Barry Chuckle on the back of Brandon. He's probably going to hate me calling him Barry Chuckle, but he's the happiest person I know. Sometimes. On the inside there of Brandon, very nice move. Nice space given as well by Brandon. Absolutely beautiful driving there. Still kind of side by side, but it looks like Barry's going to take that position. Very nice. And in comes Reaps. And here comes Lewis Hamilton. No, here comes Reaps. Up the inside. He's not managed to make it stick though, but what a move that was. If he'd have managed to stick that out, that would have been beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Zesty the big winner there, taking Brandon as well. Reaps is now past Brandon. Nice little three-way going on. Zetafol now past Brandon. Side by side through turn 1. It's difficult. That section of the track, that 1, 2, 3 is tighter than it seems there. And it's not shy with giving penalties out either if you do go off track. There's, just as we mentioned penalties, Wazza there with his with the first one of the race. 3-second penalty there. I'm going to keep on this Zetterfall Brandon if it'll give me a decent camera. 3 tenths between it. We've seen some great driving already. Keep a close eye on Cassell as well with less than half a second. We can take off the position change. We know what they are. But yeah, keep the interval on. Let's go to Cassell, catching rate of knots on the back of Elliott. With Lil Mikey just behind as well. I missed that. Bog just getting past Jago Bond there for 7th position. Some of these cameras are dire. Oh, have we lost Jago? He's gone off track there a little bit as well. Yeah, he's... I don't know what happened there. Seems to just drop a lot of places and then he's off track. Well, that was strange because it doesn't look like he's got any damage. And he's off track again. I can't see anything. So the only problem with doing that, Jago, is that you're not allowed to retire. But I don't know what's going on. He's gone from fighting for 7th to the back of the grid and he's cut about 3/4 of the track. Let's see if he pits. That can be the only thing. He's lost his wing, but the game's not... Oh, problem with a wheel. Oh no. I mean, I could probably see you getting away with retiring if you can make it to the pits there, pal, if your wheel's messed, but that's not ideal. Okay, so back on with Nellboy. Guna chasing him down just over a second. I will say, Jago, just make sure you do record it because they may want proof. Obviously, we've seen you going a bit mental on track, but nothing else. We've got Cassell still just behind Elliott now, with Little Mikey just behind him as well. The only other close one is Reaps to Zesty, Zetterball to Brandon. We've got a little bit of a train behind Brandon there. We'll keep a small eye on that. That yellow flag is just Jago. His car comes out the pits and then disappears. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's just in case. You driving like that is probably proof enough. You can clip it off stream, can't you? Anyways, what have we got? Prize there, 2 tenths behind Zetterfall. Prize making himself up from 19th. His teammate just behind him as well. Well, I really hope you get it ready for tomorrow. And Little Mike is out. What's happened there? He's lost it on the far side of that wall. Full safety car out now as well. He's the only car involved. Trying to catch it. Trying to catch it! Yeah, you can't see much. He is the only car involved there. Must have just been a loss of grip. Cassell, I was going to say, he's the only one to jump in the pits, but just to say that Havoc Connor jumps in as well to get a tyre change. Joe is now DNF. Wow, that's 2 very quick DNFs, and one of them was under safety car. Okay then. We're just missing some elevator music. So, full safety car then. I mean, Nellboy and Guna seem to be, you know, miles ahead of the competition, but safety cars, they do change. They do change the, you know, the race quite dramatically sometimes, but we'll just have to see how we get on with this. Alright, so we'll stick on with the front of the pack, Nellboy, as the safety car collects everybody up. We are 5 people down in 10 laps. Sorry, 4 people down in 10 laps because I was never racing. I mean, Zetavol, being a D4 driver, sat quite nicely there in P8. But the focus is on the top of Division 3. Nellboy proving he is the fastest guy on track. Good 23 points ahead in the standings. And as shown already this race, he's able to lead again. It will be interesting to see how the new tyres do of Cassell and Connor. Just picked to change the tyres, so I expect them to take a couple of positions after the safety car goes back in. Now, are those 3 at the back going to be close enough for the safety car to go in this lap, or will we have another one? That's end of sector 2, and it is in this lap. There we go then. So we will we'll jump on with Guna to kind of watch Nellboy as he takes the restart, pacing through sector 3. Where's he gonna go? And he's gone. Just as he hit that straight. It's a good take. We have a yellow at the back. Oh, and Cassell's out of the race. Oh, well, not a great restart there by Cassell, but he is out. That looks like prize-taking Pac-Man. Oh, Tom Putty making up 2 positions there. And they're 3 wide. Give me a good camera. For Christ's sake. That's it. Keep it on that. So Pac-Man after the restart has dropped a couple of places. Everything else basically stayed the same, other than Cassell, who is gone. I mean, Nellboy, not even a full lap finished yet, and he's 1.3 ahead of Guna. What a restart by Nell. There we are, Bugrovsky on the back of Reliot. Can he get him into turn 1? No. We have a 10th there between Zesty and Zetavol. I wish it had given me a decent camera. Looks like Zetavol has kept the position. We are side by side with Zesty and Tom as well now. Tom on the inside of turn 3 does take that position as well and holds it down. Nice move there. Connor Wazza did, but that was a while ago. I can show you there. Cassell pit as well, but he has just spun off the restart. A little bit of a train from 7th all the way to the back, all within about half a second each. I don't want to say big gaps. They're not big gaps at 1.7. You know, in usual races you wouldn't be like, oh, that's a big gap, it's 1.7. But for wet weather, it's a decent amount, because there's no DRS to catch up with either. Guna managing to pull back a little bit at a time now, hovering around that 1 second. The close bit at the minute is Zetavol again, putting in a good fight in this higher division than he's used to. Tom Putty managed to keep that position though. He will try to attack again into turn 4 at the end of the straight. Is he going to have a look? He's had a look. Not quite enough to get in there. Not quite enough to stick his nose in. Wazza with another penalty. He's the racer with the only penalty so far, and I think he's had 2. Let's double check that. Penalties, yes, he has 6 seconds. Connor only 4/10 there behind Wazza. Oh, 2 cars off track there. Wazza and Pac-Man taking it wide. Connor not being able to attack Wazza though, even though he came off track. And looks like Pac-Man's got... Oh, he's off. Has he kept it? Oh, he managed to catch that. What a catch that was, Pac-Man. Fair play. I was just about to say he got the better eggs out of there and was only a 10th behind Connor, but we'll keep an eye on that at the back, as well as this little train in the middle. 6th down to 10th. That was a great catch. If this was cricket, he'd have been out or something. Front 2 slightly pulling away. Relia quite firmly in P3, but 3 seconds behind his teammate who's in 2nd. But a nice 1.2 away from Bogorovsky in 4th. Reaps right up the exhaust to Bogorovsky as well. We'll keep on that for a second. Some of these broadcast cameras are absolutely awful, aren't they? I don't know if it's just Brazil, but they're not great. So no, still too far behind and losing a little bit more time there for Reeps. Brandon just breaking that 1 second for you know, a little bit, but not too much. Still very close here between 8th, 9th, 10th. Zettervold doing very well. Havoc Connor catching up to the back of Wazza now. 2/10. Nice long straight here. Can he do it into turn 4? Wazza goes. Oh, he went on the inside and pulled it back to the outside. I think he's literally just positioning his car so that Connor can't get past, basically. But Pac-Man is staying with him as well, hoping one of them makes a mistake at least. You leave my dad jokes alone. Right. Not a bad exit, but you know, he's not made up any time there. Coming onto the straight, I think Wazza's got the better straight line speed of the 3 cars. Although Pac-Man, I think, probably using a little bit of battery into turn 1, but not quite enough to make it. Oh, 666 for Zettervold. Joel Zesty just on the back. Tom Putty just ahead. Can't even speak now. I'll tell you what I do need. A drink. Let's have one of them. Wet the old whistle. Oh, I just caught somebody going off there. Who was that? Oh, that was Zesty. Oh, he was having such a good race there for Zesty. That's unfortunate. It's a VSC. Kind of hope he hit the curb and it wasn't a collision. But only time will tell. But really unfortunate. He was having a good race, quite comfortably there, and you know, well, chasing on the back of Zettervold at least. There we are. Let's get back to that. 5 seconds ahead now. The top 2 are, and Guna just breaking that 1 second. It's going to be a great race between those two. Reliot's into the pits. Hackett's into the pits as well. A few people pitting now. Probably about right halfway through the race. Get some fresh boots on. Prize deciding against it. Connor has already pit. I don't think Pac-Man has already pit though. No, he is on 17 lap old tyres. So the full race is going to be an inter tyre anyway. Oh, Pac-Man with a drive-through there as well. Is that Connor with one as well? It is. Oh, and Barry Chuckle Bogorovsky with a drive-through. Ah, such a shame, boys, because now you've got to pit twice. That's so frustrating when that happens, and do you know what? It was probably by very, very small amounts. But it's those small amounts that always get you, because you think you're safe. You can see how good, you know, Bogorovsky up 6 from start, Reeps up 10, Zettervold up 10, Prize up 12. Bog's going to do his drive-through straight away, get that over and done with. It looks like, yeah, the other two are going to do exactly the same. Straight in the pit, straight back out again. That's a shame. Right, where are we? He's not though, is he? Because that's pit. That's in the pits. That's in the pits. So large gaps now to others.